Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakar Kadash. Double honors to the elders for preaching this word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And I say shalom to you Akim out there. And this is a recent news article from FoxNews.com, published by Brandon Gillespie of Fox News, and it reads, as of March 1st, 2023, 3:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Biden extends national emergency due to extraordinary threat Russia actions against Ukraine pose to U.S. Order initially signed in 2014 but expanded over the years leading up to the Russian invasion. President Biden on Wednesday issued a continual of a previous executive order that declared a national emergency in the U.S. related to the year-long conflict between Russia and Ukraine. Executive Order 13660 was initially signed by former President Barack Obama in 2014 after the Russian annexation of Crimea from Ukraine, but it was expanded over the years with an additional executive orders as the conflict between the two states intensified and accumulated in the invasion launched by Russia last year. The order includes certain sanctions related to Russian action in Ukraine with respect to the U.S. interests. In February 2022, just days before launch its invasion of Ukraine, Biden issued another executive order that expanded the national emergency scope of the previous orders that were set to expire on March 6. The continual Biden issue Wednesday will extend the orders of an additional year. The actions and policies addressed in these executive orders continue to pose an unusual and extraordinary threat to the national security and foreign policy of the United States, the White House said in a press release announcing the continuation. Salakia meant to say. It says, for this reason, the national emergency declared Executive Order 13660, which was expanded in the scope of Executive Order 13661 and Executive Order 13662 and Executive Order 14065, in which additional steps were taken in Executive Order 13685 and Executive Order 13849. Was continued in effort beyond March 6, 2023, Biden wrote. Therefore, the accordance of Section 202D of the National Emergency Act 50 U.S.C. 1622D, I am continuing for 1 year the national emergency declared Executive Order 13660, he added. It says the continual comes as the conflict between Russia and Ukraine has intensified in recent weeks, with Russian forces, which occupied much of the eastern and southern portions of Ukraine, in the attempts to advance at multiple points along hundreds of miles of front line. This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 17, and it reads through the Holy Scriptures, Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, as for gold they shall not delight in it, right? Because the Heavenly Father is going to put the warlike mindset in these Russians to go against the daughter of Babylon. So that's why, you have Joe Biden saying that extending the executive order of the national emergency, because with the current Russian invasion, which Russia look at that as a special operation, military operation in Ukraine, Now this entering the second year of this war in Ukraine, and then the tensions been stirring up between the United States and Russia, especially with the recent bill signed by President Vladimir Putin to officially suspend the nuclear treaty that they have. It was going to extend from 2025 and additional years as well too. So they had suspended the remaining of the treaty deal between the United States and Russia. So that stirs up more tensions even more and more and more. And this is Matthews 24, verse 6. This is Matthews 24 and 6, red letter, Yahweh Shai speaking. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Matthews 24 and 7, red letter, Yahweh Shai speaking. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, verse 1. And the word of the Lord, Salaki, Ezekiel 38 and 1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Ezekiel 38 and 2. Son of man, set thy face against Gog and the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. Ezekiel 38 and 3. And thus saith the Lord, Yahweh thy power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Right, so the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, is prophesying against God in the land of Magog, because Gog is the modern day Russians. The Heavenly Father is prophesying against them. And then at the same time, he's putting that warlike mindset, that Cold War mindset on these Russians to go against the virgin daughter of Babylon. And we starting to see the tensions increase between the United States and Russia. Russia versus the Western countries of NATO, of Ukraine, and the United States as well too. So that's why Biden made that announcement on Wednesday that he's going to extend the national emergency, the executive order, which was signed by former President Obama back in 2014. Verse 3, Ezekiel 38 and 3. And say, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh thy power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Ezekiel 38 and 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thy horsemen and horsemen, all them clothed with all sorts of armor in a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Ezekiel 38 and 5, Persia, which is the modern day Iranians, Ethiopia, Cushites, Libya, North African nation, with all of them with shields and helmets. Ezekiel 38 and 6, Gomer, which is the modern day Turks. Ezekiel 38 and 6, Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togomor of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Ezekiel 38 and 7, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, and all thy companies that are assembled unto thee, be thou in guard unto them. Right, because the modern day Russians, the Heavenly Father is going to put that warlike, warlike mindset into these Russians, and the Russians are going to be a guard unto these nations. The modern day Turks, Iranians, Ethiopia, and Libyans as well too. Because the wars around the world is heating up. The wars and rumors of wars and nations rising up against nations, getting closer and closer to the third world's war. So with that, hopefully this sit-down lesson was edifying through the spirit, power, grace, and mercy of Yahweh Yahushua. And first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Akarkadash. Double honors to the elders for preaching his word truthfully and sincerely, and shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And until next time, I will say shalom.